I went through a lot of demos last NextFest, and here's the ones that stuck out to me. Let's see here. 500 caliber contracts. Mario 64 taken to its natural conclusion, using his superhuman kinesthesia for contract killing. Jumps on jumps, flips, wall kicks, and figure out ways to combo it all together to get to that ledge that was just a few pixels out of reach, so you can take the shot. I'd like to see a little more from the level design by full release. Right now it kind of lacks a small goal flow to motivate me to see the entire map instead of just beelining to my target. A little bit of that yahoo piece of candy. The altars. You crash landed on an alien planet and need to gather resources to escape, but time is limited, so you clone yourself to make up for the lack of manpower and to have someone to talk to. Gameplay-wise, it's a lot of running back and forth, and the environment's not the most exciting thing to track through, but I suspect this game will end up feeling like Returnal for me, where the core gameplay loop is passable for the genre it's in, but the production value will pull most of the weight. I am a sucker for stories about therapy in strange places. A ranger. Imagine being an earthbender, and instead of walking, you shift the ground around you. Now imagine not being able to control that, so everyone in the village hates you because every time you take a step, you knock over someone's soup, fishbowl, or grandma's cremation urn. But no one can do what you do, and the world's filled with problems only you can solve. The demo felt like a little something for the noggin, a little something for the soul. Blade Chimera. Given my fondness for Jujutsu Kaisen and now this, I seem to have a deep-seated desire for urban demon hunting. It's Castlevania within a parking garage with guns, complete with an interconnecting map and power-ups that enhance combat and traversal, suited up in a retro skin-tight tactical aesthetic. Blueprints. Your uncle died and left you a chamber-shifting mansion. You decide how the rooms are connected, each with different effects and puzzles, but they reset at the end of the day. The goal, find the mysterious Room 46 before time runs out. The demo felt a bit bare for me, but it's basically single-player betrayal in House on the Hill, so I can't not. Fingers crossed that the mystery holds up, though. Bow, Path of the Teal Lotus. Something to help us cope while we wait for Silk Song. It's coming, right? Fight creatures of Japanese legend, upgrade your bow staff, and meet weird little yokai. The map design felt a little loose and lacked the strong, subtle guidance I'd like from a Metroidvania, but if I'm gonna get lost, at least this game comes with one hell of a view. Building relationships. Following the micro-open world footsteps of a short hike, play as an awkward house looking to score. A gag game at its core, explore the island, unlock power-ups, and chat up randy chateaus. Meme games seem easy, but it's hard to balance the delicate layers of sarcasm and seriousness in just the right ratio. Cauldron. Meet my guilty pleasure. RuneScape meets WarioWare, a traditional RPG with a map overflowing with mini-games to upgrade your party and character. It's a carnival that needs to release now, so my brain will stop itching. Cato. Toast always lands butter side down, cats always land on their feet. Combine the two for a gravity-defying platform puzzler. Control them separately or together. Simple, sweet, what's not to like? The Crimson Diamond. I'm showing off how cultured I am here with a charming text parser mystery adventure. There's fish in them thar hills, and in them fish is a diamond. You're here to get your Nancy Drew on and question the locals about a most valuable rock. I prefer the need to type a little more than just plain old point-and-click adventure games because it means I actually have to show some intent with my reasoning instead of clicking around and seeing what happens. Exographer. Now here's a weird one. It's a Metroidvania, implying the usual gaining of power-ups to traverse an interconnected map, but you're a scientist crash-landed on an alien world using their camera to solve the planet. I feel a hint of resentment towards it because I think it's tricking me into actually learning something, and it's clever enough to get away with it. Faceminer, a clicker game with something to say. Click through facial recognition software to earn money, to automate your system, and make more money ad nauseum. All the while, strange things occur, making you question the morality of your operation. No AI was used in the making of this AI-simulated game. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. It feels like the Souls-like genre is trending towards a more hack-and-slash elemented affair, and I'm all for it. Boss fights as of late have turned into flailing spectacles, and I'd like my character to get involved. I'm open for a summer blockbuster hit, with my only hesitation being an awkwardly integrated crafting system that I hope doesn't pull away too much focus. Forgotlings. Speaking of summer cinematic storytelling, while the gameplay felt a little clunky, I couldn't stop playing this game to watch the story unfold. The voice acting and animation had a strange nostalgic spot for me, like the brave little toaster meets Studio Ghibli. Slow, methodical design lands itself outside of my wheelhouse, but I'd willingly buy someone a copy so that I can watch them play. Fowl Damage. Humpty Dumpty, eggs are hot this year, and a fragile platformer has caught my attention. Jump too high, splat. Fall too low, splat. A puzzle game in essence as you try to find just the right order of operations to stay within the right elevation and avoid scrambling your egg. I am your beast. Let me say right now that I feel the gameplay undermines itself a little. You're hunting down the people who trained you to be an elite killing machine, so while you can lurch around the environment and combo nasty takedowns, you can also just make quick work of them and shoot them. The leaderboard doesn't really do much to make me want to be more efficient or creative, which is a shame because I did liken this demo to Neon White by way of First Blood. However, it is a raw experience, music, art direction, voice acting, writing. It cuts straight to the bone in the best of ways. Judero is a Scottish stop-motion acid trip that I'm scared to talk to my therapist about because we're already on uneasy terms. Spiritually, I can't tell you what happened. Physically, I fought a few weird clay monsters and then possessed haggis. I'm committed to seeing this little weirdo through. Kill Knight is at its core a bullet heaven game with the autopilot turned off. You have to press the buttons and mean it. You are a force of nature if you can get your fingers to comply. The level of control you need to beat back the masses is frankly intimidating. I fear I won't be good enough for this game, but I'm still going to give it a shot. Kiopioke, very similar to Celeste. This time you're a tiny bird with a broken wing trying to get back to your nest. Most of what I played was primarily slingshotting, so I'm hoping it gets fleshed out a bit come full release, but I can always do with more wholesome platformers. Megaloot. I'm something of a loot goblin myself, and sometimes I want to focus more on finding treasure and doing the math to pimp out a build. That's all this roguelike build builder has to offer, and frankly that's all I need. Meme Mayhem. I like media that references other media in any way I can take it, and I'm not a snob about it. Oh, Pinocchio Souls is fine, but a roguelike auto-battler based on internet brain rot is trashy. Well, consider me an entertainment junkie raccoon lining up to see how this one turns out. Of the devil, I'll be honest, I don't go looking to games for reading, but this visual novel detective game hit its noir aesthetic right on the money, and I don't just mean graphically. The writing is sassy and sardonic. It's a little Columbo, a little Better Call Saul. Pipistrello, your aunt's been trapped in a yo-yo. It's up to you, yo, to trick your way through town, fighting minions and mobsters to bring your aunt back to power. Sacre Bleu, shoot to maneuver or shoot to kill, traversal and combat in the same blunderbuss. Free La Bastille from the monstrous monarchs and save all of France. Super Farming Boy, Stardew Valley but juiced up. Stripped of powers and family, start your farm over from scratch, set up harvesting combos to maximize profits and build yourself back up to save the world you love. It's a life sim with a chronic sugar rush. Tactical Breach Wizards, breach and clear a modern conspiracy with tongue-in-cheek tactical wizardry. Combo military-grade spells and use your foresight to see how things might play out before committing to a plan of action. Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop. Enjoy a cozy, honest living, repairing cars that stop by your garage that may or may not be run by a primordial god. All the satisfaction of a job well done with a bit of eldritch intrigue to keep me guessing. Nothing dodgy going on here. And that should do it for me. As far as the demos that stuck out during the last NextFest, I got through about 200 of almost 2,000 demos. If there's something you liked, feel free to wishlist or tweet out the developer, tell them I sent you, that you're looking forward to their next game. If you didn't find something you resonated with, hopefully I get you next time. Thank you for just watching. Double thank you if you're making the games.